Alright, coin people, it's time we talk about a really big problem. Probably seen one of these before, the golden dollar with Sacagawea and her child. It's a piece that kind of looks valuable, it feels important, and it always kind of sparks the question, what is this worth? Is it worth anything? So today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood coins in the entirety of coin collecting, really. We're gonna break down its origins, the laws that actually created the coin, the massive marketing push behind it, and why most of these coins are just worth $1, while some of them are worth 1,000. And by the end of this video, you should be able to tell the difference. Let's rewind to the late 1990s. America had a problem, the Susan B. Anthony dollar. Introduced in 1979, it was a failure. It was almost identical in size and color to the quarter, which kind of led to widespread confusion. People didn't use it, and most vending machines weren't set up to accept it. But the government kind of still believed in this idea of a circulating dollar coin. Why? Because coins last way longer than dollar bill, decades longer. And vending and transit systems had been lobbying for a coin that was reliable, durable, and modern. Enter the United States $1 Coin Act of 1997. This piece of legislation authorized the U.S. Mint to produce a coin that was both tactilely and visually different, not just another silver-colored disc. And it had one major stipulation: the coin needed to feature an important woman from American history. There were many suggestions: Eleanor Roosevelt, Harriet Tubman, Susan B. Anthony, again. But after input from historians, Native American groups, and the public, U.S. government landed on Sacagawea, the young Shoshone woman who helped Lewis and Clark on their expedition to explore Middle America. Now, this is where the art comes in. It's pretty cool. The design obviously wouldn't be based on an actual portrait of Sacagawea, because we don't really have them. Instead, artist Glenda Goodacre used a modern-day Shoshone woman, Randy Teton, as the model for both Sacagawea and her child. The obverse shows Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean Baptiste, wrapped in a blanket on her back. She kind of gazes over her shoulder. It's a pose designed to evoke strength, awareness, and a quiet sense of determination. The reverse, designed by Thomas D. Rogers, features a soaring eagle, framed by 17 stars representing the states in the Union during that Lewis and Clark expedition in 1804. And despite its golden appearance, it actually contains 0 gold. That's a very important thing to know about this coin. It is not made out of gold. The color actually comes from a unique alloy: 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% manganese, and 2% nickel. It was engineered to give it a distinctive look and feel that wouldn't be confused with any other coin in circulation. And it kind of worked. The US Mint had learned its lesson with the Susan B. Anthony dollar. So this time, they were going to do everything they could to make sure that the Sacagawea dollar was promoted amongst the general public. There was a $41 million ad campaign for this coin. Commercials aired nationwide, educational kits were sent to schools, and then came one of the most famous promotions in US Mint history, the Cheerios dollar. In 2000, General Mills included 10 million 2000 dated Lincoln cents and 5,500 Sacagawea dollars in specially marked boxes of Cheerios. At the time, most people just thought this was an interesting marketing gimmick, but it turned out that these coins were different. Here's where the story kind of splits in two, because while 99% of Sacagawea dollars are just worth face value, there are specific varieties that carry serious collector premiums. And that Cheerios dollar is one of those first collector premium pieces. The Cheerios version of the coin had a different prototype reverse. The eagle's tail feathers were more detailed, and it has a different pattern. These coins, identified as FS902 in the PCGS variety catalog, have sold for anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000 depending on the grade. Another variety is the 2000p Wounded Eagle. This is a dramatic die gouge variety that slashes across the eagle's breast. It kind of looks like the eagle was stabbed, which is a little worrying. I hope that he's okay. These are pretty collectible. The auction record for one of these is $1,800 in MS67, sold on eBay in 2020. Another one is the 2000 Glenda Goodacre presentation stripe. 5,000 of these were specially struck in high relief and paid directly to Glenda Goodacre as compensation for her design. So she literally got paid with her own special coin. One of these sold for $5,288 at Heritage Auctions in 2013. After 2001, the Sacagawea dollar was no longer minted for circulation, but from 2002 to 2008, it was produced in lower quantities for collectors only, many of which trade at a pretty decent premium, especially in high grades like MS67 or above. They're a pretty interesting coin, especially if you like commemorative coin releases. Starting in 2009, the reverse was redesigned annually to feature rotating themes about Native American contributions to American history. While not all of them are valuable, certain years like 2012, 2015, and 2017D have low mintages, and high-grade examples can be worth watching. If you're wondering which coins are actually worth chasing, not just the Sacagawea dollars, but all across US numismatics, check out our top 300 list. This is a hand-picked catalog of our top 300 most valuable numismatic pieces that are currently available in our catalog. Each one is posted at our cost, and each listing comes with PCGS and NGC price guide info side by side, so you know exactly where the market stands. Whether you're buying for your collection, investing long-term, or just curious about what truly rare coins looks like, the list is updated weekly on our email list, so click the link down below to join that email list and you'll get the new list every single week. All right, back to the video. So now let's talk about some of the most common myths about Sacagawea dollars. Myth number 1, they're made out of gold. Nope. Sorry, they are a copper manganese combination. I know they look gold, they were marketed as the gold dollar, but they contain 0 gold. All 2000Ps are rare. Also false, over 1 billion of them were made in 2000. It's just the few small varieties that are worth a lot of money, relatively. Gold-plated ones are worth more. Actually, that would be worth less. If somebody took the coin and dipped it in gold, the gold around the coin would be worth more, but the actual coin itself would lose numismatic value, so I wouldn't buy a gold-plated Sacagawea dollar. I want to take a second to also talk about the scams that are out there. This is an incredibly scammy coin for some reason. A lot of these are listed on eBay for significantly more than what they are worth. You'll see these online for like $500 all the way up to $2,500 in circulated condition. Folks, that's not how rare coins works. Really, the only time that you should spend more than face value on a Sacagawea dollar, unless you plan on getting it graded, is if it's already graded. Even if you do find that Wounded Eagle or that special 2000P Cheerios edition, if it's circulated and not in very good condition and raw, it's just really not gonna bring you that much. You can take it to a dealer, they may pay a small premium for it, but odds are it's just worth spending or keeping raw in your collection. If it's a nicer condition, go get it graded. The value of those errors in high grade is significant, so it is worth going, sending it out to get certified, make sure it's the right coin, and then dealers will give you reasonable offers on it. Dealers can't really pay graded prices for non-graded items, so just keep that in mind when you're out and about trying to sell your coin. So is it worth collecting Sacagawea dollars? The short answer is yes, but you should be intentional with it. If you're collecting for history and artistry, the Native American series reverses offer some of the most diverse and meaningful modern coin designs. If you're collecting for value, make sure to go for those rare varieties like the Cheerios dollar, the Goodacre presentation pieces, and the high-grade mint state examples from the collector-only years. And if you're just looking to start a set or get your kids into coin collecting and getting excited about coins and stuff like that, this is a great giveaway gateway coin. It's one of the most recognizable modern coins the US Mint has released, even if it's not regularly caught in your pocket change. And they're easy to get. You can get them cheap. Just make sure you don't spend $500 on a raw variety, please, please. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe. I produce all of this content in-house by myself, so it really means the world. Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to beat the Smithsonian in subscribers. It's a long shot because they've got millions. I don't even know how many. I just said that just now. So that's our new goal. Go hit subscribe so we can beat the Smithsonian in subscribers. Join the Rare Coin Army. That's all I have to say. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.